Hello and welcome to another video here on All Talk TV with your girl Miss Free. How y'all doing out there? I'm gonna upload a double today because I want to keep you all entertained. Well, entertained as much. Anyway, like I said, I was gonna come back with another video because I was also digging this one up. And we got us another one, as Eddie Murphy said in Vampire in Brooklyn. Got us another one. I don't know what's going on when it comes to just human beings in general, man. Y'all let me know. What is it? Something in the water? What is going on? Now, this story here comes out of Georgia. Your girl is in Georgia, but I'm way down south. This is up north. This is out of an ex-Lithonia. I've been there before. Officer pleads guilty to raping a woman during traffic stop. District attorney says, how do you rape somebody during a traffic stop? I mean, that right there alone says everything I need to know. Now, as always, the video will be at the end of the video. I'm also going to leave another one. Sorry for talking fast. I'm also going to leave this one as well because this video here, it gives you more in-depth detail about the previous incident, because he was pretty much a known rapist, but he's just now getting convicted for it, if that makes any sense. But let's get into this. An ex-Lithonia officer who has a prior sexual assault allegation while with the Atlanta Police Department pleaded guilty to raping a woman during a 2019 traffic stop, DeKalb County's district attorney says. Okay, DeKalb DA Sherry Boston said in a release on Friday that 45-year-old David Wilborn pleaded guilty to charges including rape, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and more. In September 2019, Wilborn, according to the district attorney's office, made a stop in DeKalb by blocking a car with his patrol vehicle and first took the driver out and ordered him, now I want you to pay attention, you guys, ordered him on the ground. After asking the passenger's identification, he ordered her, this is the passenger, he got him on the ground, and this is the passenger. He ordered her to walk to the back of the vehicle where he then brandished his weapon before raping her, the DA release said. This is a clear case of using your power. Using your power for bad. I'm gonna finish reading it, but I want you all to realize what that Negro did. This Negro, and I'm from the South, so I say the N-word a lot, but I say Negro. This Negro had the audacity to stop a couple, because that's what it looked like, a him and a her. Told the dude to go sit on the ground here and take the dude's girl in the back and rape her. Now, I don't know what the dude, well, we know black men, well, I don't know if this was a black couple or a white couple, but most likely it was probably a black couple. But I would assume the guy was afraid. So he knew the cop, that is, he knew the guy wasn't going to do anything while taking his girl in the back. Now, I could be wrong. This could be a white couple. I don't know. Because, of course, the victims, haven't gotten released. Oh, I don't think so. I did some digging and I didn't see any. But do you know how brave you got to be to rape somebody while most rapists want to do it with just them and the victim. They don't want to leave no witnesses because hey, that's somebody else that was there that can say, yeah, I saw him, he raped her. But you was in your power struck, thinking I could put this Negro here on this doggone sidewalk and I'm gonna take his girl in the back. Power struck. This is a clear case of abusing your power. Because notice, it said notice, wait, where we at? Notice it says he brandished his weapon. Where is that at? Oh, my eyes is everywhere. Because my eyes are everywhere. Hold on, let me go scroll down. Okay, wait a minute. Let me scroll back up. Right here. After asking for the passenger's identification, he ordered her to walk to the back of the vehicle where he then brandished his weapon. Put his hand on his gun. I'm licensed to carry too, guys. Hey, with all these school shootings, I'm gonna tell you, if you are a single woman, I advise you to protect you and your family. It's just me and mine. So you come up in here, you're getting popped. I have a right to do so. But this Negro had the audacity, and although y'all can't see me, he sat up here, I'm imitating with mine, put his hand on his gun. And, yeah, what you gonna do? Like, do you know how powerful you got to think you are in your head to do that? He's thinking, hey, I can't be stopped. So I can brandish my weapon and I can get this little piece of tail here and go on by my day. But hey, let's keep reading. Let's keep reading because this is nasty. Okay, Wilborn also told the victim to repeat that nothing happened. See, there's that power struck thing again, and also abuse of power. According to the DA's office, the officer then told the victim's friend he could get off the ground and allow them both to get back in the car and leave. The release from the DA's office said the victim immediately called police after arriving home and described the unknown police officer to law enforcement. Now remember, he told them to not say anything. He told her to not say anything. But thank God she did. Man, let me tell you something. Because a lot of us women keep this junk a secret, even including we women that has been abused by our boyfriends. Because I've been through that. My boyfriend raped me. And we think of it as it's not rape because it's our boyfriend. That's what I thought at the time. But when I got older and when I understood it more, I sat back and realized, oh, he raped me. And you know the sad thing about this? You know the sad part about my story? My family, my own flesh and blood, my own sisters didn't believe me. Yeah, them heifers didn't believe me. But because this is also my child's father, when my baby daddy did it again, that's when they want to come, oh, you was telling the truth. I'm so sorry. Get the uck out my face. Because when a victim comes to somebody, you should believe them, especially after it just happened. I didn't wait years later to tell them. I told them heifers, 2 days later maybe. Because they realized, oh, something wrong with my sis. What's going on? What's wrong? They knew I wasn't acting myself. I wasn't going around the house being my funny, goofy self. then when I do tell them, that boy ain't do that. What? And this is why women don't like to come forward. Because if your own family members ain't gonna believe you, who the hell will out there in the street? Who? So, we women, if you ever experience something, you're in a situation where a man just don't want to accept no, go to the police immediately. Go to a lawyer, whoever, immediately. And take it to the bank. Take that ish to the bank. Okay, an investigation then identified Wilborn as the officer who committed the assault. Following his guilty plea, Wilborn was sentenced to the term of life in prison to serve 25 years without parole. With the balance on probation, he must also register as a sex offender. Wow, that helps. Wilborn was previously an officer. Get this. He was previously an officer with the Atlanta Police Department, but resigned after a 2007 allegation of sexual assault. 11 Alive reported in 2019 that Wilborn had been with the APD from 2006 to 2008, and in 2007 was accused of going to a sex store. This guy's a creep. Was accused of going to a sex store while on duty and asking a worker to have sex with him. Jesus. The file stated he asked the worker to show him her breasts, and that he rubbed her thigh and fondled himself. After that, Wilborn was placed on administrative leave and resigned. His POST post certification was suspended from 2008 until 2010. That was following by a 24-month probation. He was never charged. Get this. He was never charged in the 2007 incident. This guy's a creep. But sad thing about it, he was a cop. Yep, he was a cop. I thought you were supposed to protect and serve. Not only was he a cop, he was a nasty cop that abused his power. He sat there and brandished his weapon. I don't know why I keep saying brandished his weapon. So he threatened her. If you don't give it up, I'm gonna kill you. So what woman, I mean, hey, you got your hand on your gun. What can I do? I'm defenseless here. You put my friend up front, probably handcuffed him, told him to sit on the ground. He's scared out of his daylights. And then you take me to the back, put your hand on your gun, and say, bend it over. Or if you don't, I'm going to shoot you. But the worst thing of all, guys, is that the previous job he was at, they knew about this and they buried it. A black man going around here abusing his police power. But they all brothers when it comes down to this thing. They all protect each other at the end of the day. Yeah, that's how that works. What are we supposed to do as women? That's why I said if you're a single mother and you live alone and you don't have any way to protect you, get a dog, whatever you get a snake if you have to. Cause ain't nobody gonna protect us. Ain't nobody gonna protect us. You gotta protect yourselves. Now, are all men like this? No. But at this point, it's too many. I literally just did a previous video. hold on. I literally, well, not previous, but I did a video on another cop that was right here. He was a sheriff. Right here. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description. I mean, these are people that we are supposed to put our trust in. And here you are being a pervert, being a creep, and he abused his power. Y'all, he blocked. Let me go back to the article where it said he blocked right here. In September 2019, Wilborn, according to the district attorney's office, made a stop in DeKalb by blocking a car with his patrol vehicle. So you use your car as a weapon. Then you put your hand on your weapon, trying to use that as a weapon. You just abused your power. So so you have to ask. Well, I'm asking this question because you got to ask this question. Did he become a police officer simply to do this? Because you got to ask that question. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become a police officer so I can get all the tail I want. Is that what he said? I mean, it would make sense, right? Because you abuse your power. And this is what I can't stand about my people, because my people is good at that. Don't get into a position and abuse the power. Show others that you are an upright citizen. Show others that you're a stand-up guy. Please. This is disgusting. This is nasty, and you all know my favorite saying. This is stupid. Because yeah, I mean, he's a creep. He is a creep. That's some creepish activity right there. But this video here ain't gonna be too long, because this one is gonna be a little short one, because I just wanted to put this video out as well, because I did not know I see it's a lot of officers that abuses their power. I literally just saw another video. Kid you not. Just saw another video where another officer did pretty much the same thing. Except that he killed her. Kid you not. I may do a story on it. I don't know. When you do videos like this, you kind of get sick to your stomach. So I have to take a break. I have to. Because especially when you want to do deep research and because my viewers, I want to give you all something other than just the video. I want to give you all something a little more deeper than what the video didn't tell you. That's why I'm going to show this video here at the end, because this video goes into detail about his previous job and how they just covered it up. Didn't say a darn thing about it. Just gave him a little slap on the wrist. Don't do that no more. Don't you touch that hot no more. That's all they did. Just gave him a slap on the wrist. Go on about your job, bruh. We got you. We gonna protect and serve each other. Forget these idiots out here. Although we work for them. And when I get to digging, you just get, it gets sickening. It gets sickening, and you just gotta take a break and clear your mind of all the negative BS you just read. It gets that sickening. Because I had two today. The Deshaun thing. Well, this one I was researching it last night. Then when I got ready to film this one, here come the Deshaun thing. So it was repetitive for me because I had to do 2 stories about it. But hey, like I said, it's going to be a short one. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification, hit all that stuff. Please like the videos, guys. It helps the algorithm so other people can see these videos. I haven't got an upload day yet, because I'm going to be more consistent. Gonna do another common sense commentary real soon coming up. And I got another interesting story that the media is covering up on ye old LeBron James. So be on the lookout for that one. Yeah, it's drama. Ain't got nothing to do with sports for all you non-sports subscribers. It's drama. It's sad. So hey, sad is drama to me. So be on the lookout for that one. I got to do some more research on it and see what's what. But hey, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesdays. This is 2 video day, and your girl is out. I will see you on the next video.
A police officer in the state of Georgia, has admitted to raping a woman while in uniform at gunpoint in front of her friend. Put up the picture of this sick SOB. The city that hired him was well aware of his background with sexual assault. I have the proof. The cop you are looking at is now going to face roughly 25 years in prison. He admitted this ex-Lithonia police officer who had a prior sexual assault allegation while with the Atlanta Police Department in Georgia, pleaded guilty to raping a woman during a 2019 traffic stop. That's according to the DeKalb County's district attorney's office, all right? Let's put up the picture of his mugshot. His name is David Wilborn. David Wilborn, once again, history of sexual assault and a history of cover-up from other police departments. I have to warn you about this story because what you are about to hear is one of the most egregious violations that you have heard probably in a very long time. The DeKalb DA Sherry Boston said in a release on Friday that 45-year-old David Wilborn pleaded guilty to charges including rape, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and more. In September of 2019, this is your background, this cop, according to the DA's office, made a stop in DeKalb County, Georgia by blocking a car with his patrol vehicle and first took the driver out and ordered him on the ground, okay? Let me show you a picture of the woman who prosecuted this case. Sherry Boston is the DA of DeKalb County. There's more. After asking for the passenger's ID, he ordered her to walk to the back of the vehicle where he then brandished his weapon before raping her. That's according to the DA. So he pulls over a car by blocking it. He takes out the male driver and then tells the female passenger to go to the other side, and he proceeds to rape her. You will learn he raped her at gunpoint. There's more. Officer Wilborn also told the victim to repeat, and I quote, "Nothing happened, nothing happened, nothing happened," according to the DA's office. The officer then told the victim's friend he could get up off the ground and allowed them both to get back into the car and leave. The release from the DA's office said, the victim immediately called the police after arriving home, described the unknown police officer to law enforcement. Now I want to remind you, this got reported, okay? He literally pulled someone over, raped an individual in front of somebody and went back to work. He was in full uniform, pulled out his gun, raped the woman, put her back in the car, told them to leave, went back to work. Do you think that was his first time doing this? Do you think this was the only time he had engaged in such a criminal matter? An investigation then identified Wilborn as the officer who committed the assault. Following his guilty plea, which just happened, Wilborn was sentenced to a term of life in prison to serve 25 years without parole. That's because the DA decided not to give in to the plea deal. With the balance on probation, he must also register as a sex offender if he's ever released alive. Officer Wilborn was previously a cop, okay? So I'm gonna give you background to his long history. He was a cop with the city of Atlanta, but he resigned in 2007. Why? Because of an allegation of sexual assault. He was never charged. 11 Alive News reported in 2019 that Wilborn had been with APD from 2006 and 2008, and then in 2007, he was accused of going to a sex store while on duty and asking a worker to have sex with him. The file stated he asked the worker to show him her breast and that he rubbed her thigh and fondled himself. After that, the cop was placed on administrative leave and resigned. All right, he was reported. Then there's another one, post-certification. His post-certification, this is what allows you to be a cop, was suspended from 2008 to 2010. This guy could not legally be a cop between 2008 to 2010. Once again, never charged with a crime. He was suspended from post. Then they followed up with a 24-month probationary period. You have a 2-year suspension and then a 2-year probationary period that then expired. He was never charged in the 2007 incident. Once his expiration happened, he was able to then apply to be a cop again. So he goes to the city of Lithonia. City of Lithonia, a metropolitan city not too far from Atlanta, decided to hire him. They hired him knowing the background. It was part of a summary report. Post-certification had the record and the city had the record as well. They decided to bypass the reality of his background in order to hire him to be a cop. Let's put up the picture of the now interim police chief of the city of Lithonia. Donald Dejarnet is the current chief. He's the interim there. Now, let me say this. This is proof positive about the rape culture, not only in this country, but the rape culture that permeates in the industry of policing. This man had credible allegations against him, multiple investigations from other departments. He admitted to some of this on the record during those IA internal affairs investigations. He was later suspended, put on probation, never charged, and allowed, even with the summary on his record, allowed to become a cop again. And what happens? He pulls over a driver in the city of Lithonia. He proceeds to rape the passenger at gunpoint in his uniform at a park. The city who hired him is also responsible for the victims. And I say victims intentionally because I do not believe this was the only one. This is the one who decided to report. Now he's going to prison, and now those in the city and others are saying, well, justice was served, we got rid of a bad one. Well, you're the reason the bad one even had a job again. At this point, I am encouraging the victims not only to come forward, but to file litigation against the city government who continue to ignore the reality of his criminal conduct, because they are responsible as well. All right, we're going to continue to follow this story. I do not think it ends with his sentence. Jackson, thoughts on this?
Yeah, so my initial thoughts are, one of the common themes that you see in cases like this is people have some type of a background where they commit these acts, whether it be sexual crimes or acts of violence, whether that be domestic acts in the home or that be on the streets. You see that people often commit these types of things repetitively. So, if we were to pass simple measures in our law enforcement just to make sure that people like this don't get rehired, the amount of people who get killed on the job would drastically go down. And then the incidences like this would drastically go down if we just, made sure that people like this couldn't be rehired. But again, as you pointed out, it's a lot to do with the culture that exists within the institutions, because if they actually were to hold themselves to account, then they would have to set that precedent and actually not let these people back on. Yep. So, again, simple measures really, really could go a long way. And I think this is a good example of that.
Very well said. And I would like to make sure we always add this for the record. The George Floyd Policing and Accountability Act, if it were law today, it would be a database publicly available for you and I to look up any cop in the United States of America and find their background. They don't want that. That's what they want to avoid. They want to know your background, but they don't want you to know theirs. So that's why we have to fight for continued transparency, not only in law enforcement, but government in general. All right.